The following is a presentation of Radio Plus Video Sports.
Henschel from the Wildcat. Henschel now will get it in a head full of steam. There goes Henschel to the end zone. Touchdown right through the shoot mark.
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association first place winner for Best Digital Production in the state.
Delmacher rolling out to the left, flips the hips over the middle. He's got him! Brody Highland to the end zone! His second touchdown of the day!
In-depth interviews with coaches and players, sideline reports, in-depth analysis, and top-notch production.
With 6 seconds left on the clock, Gannon Schwartz, misdirection, goes out to the right. He's got a man in the end zone. Two-point conversion for the Vikings!
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association multi-year first place winner for best play-by-play in the state.
In motion, it comes Neal. Play fake to Neal.
Got him.
Eli Mikulkevich down the field. Hauled in by the Cardinals!
Thanks to our Radio Plus Video Sports sponsors.
Edward Jones, Integrity Saw and Tool, Bauer Chiropractic, Bondi Family Dental,
Sargento Cheese, Lens Truck Center, Right Way Home Improvement, Taco Bell,
Addison Jones Real Estate, Holiday Automotive, Quest Interiors, Wisconsin Lighting Lab,
BCI Burke, Marion University, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Musa Sheet Metal,
Coal, Oil and Propane, Dufresne Moving and Storage, Marco Tax Service, Winnebago Lutheran Academy,
Bob's Pizza, AirTech, Silica for your home, The Wellness Way,
Fond du Lac Credit Union, Roush Insurance, Scotty's Auto Works, St. Mary Springs Academy,
Bristol Morgan Bank, New Medical Center, Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, Hopper's Silk Screen and Embroidery,
Smith Builders, National Exchange Bank and Trust, Brad Tagliapietra, American Family Insurance Agent, Everson Law Office,
Michaels Corporation, Aurora Healthcare, Vogel Family Dentistry, Anders Auto Parts, Schaefer Auto, Keller Buildings,
Sauer Family Dental.
Let's go live to the Radio Plus Sports broadcast booth.
Hey, good Thursday evening to you from Hutter Gymnasium here on the campus of St. Mary Springs Academy. On the ledge tonight, getting you set for 5 and 9 Campbellsport Cougars here to take on the St. Mary Springs Academy Ledgers. They're 3 and 9 on the season, and we'll get to the Flyway Conference standings in just a moment. Kick us off with the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. This is Jordan King. Beside me is Nick Detman, and Nick, a couple of teams that, it's interesting, and like I said, we'll get to the Flyway standings in just a moment, but both of these teams, up and down seasons. For Campbellsport, started very poorly, but they've won 5 of their last 7, and for Springs, always play a really tough schedule, lost a ton off of last year's team. They're still trying to find the way here early on as we head into really the second half of the season.
Yeah, and it's trying to build up that momentum now as we're getting close to February. It's really when you want to be starting playing your best basketball, because that's when obviously toward the end of the month regionals start kicking in. That's really when you want to start be playing your best basketball. You mentioned Campbellsport, been playing much better of late, and have they figured it out a little bit? They've won 4 in a row. They did lose to West Bend East on Tuesday, but it was a close game, losing by 2 to a Division I school. Yep. So have they figured out after a 1-8 start? Maybe. I think we might see a little bit tonight. And Springs started okay, 2-2, but it's been a little bit of a struggle since. So you kind of got teams, like you mentioned, that kind of ebb and flowed throughout the course of the year, trying to kind of figure out where they're at here at this point in the season, and then where they also want to try and get to once we get into February, in the latter part of February.
Yeah, we'll talk to both coaches coming up here in the pregame show. As I mentioned, 5 out of the last 7 for Campbellsport have been wins. The 2 losses, you mentioned the 2-point loss, that was on a buzzer beater 3-pointer to West Bend earlier this week, and then their other loss in this 7-game stretch was to a very good Oakfield team that is making all sorts of noise down in Division 5, and they're ranked inside the top 5 down there as well. This is the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. As I mentioned, we'll talk to both coaches through the pregame show. Nick will give you the keys to the game, injury report, and we'll have our starting lineups all packed into the next, 25 minutes or so as we get you set for the Cougars and the Ledgers here on Radio Plus. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back with more right after this.
A life in motion is a life well lived. At every age and every stage, we help you do more of the things you love. To keep you moving, to keep you achieving, to keep you striving. At Aurora Healthcare, we make care easier and more accessible than ever.
Life is full of milestones, big and small. At Fond du Lac Credit Union, we're proud to be a part of your journey. From landing your first job, to moving into your dream home, starting a family, or planning for what's next, we make the money part easy so you can focus on what matters most. Whatever stage you're in, we're right there with you. Fond du Lac Credit Union, here for life and every stage along the way. For more information, visit fdlcu.com or stop in today.
Here at the Wellness Way Fond du Lac, we disrupt the standard approach to healthcare. We understand that common is not normal, and unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
For nearly 50 years, Pinot Buildings has created the highest quality post-frame buildings. Headquartered in Rosendale, Wisconsin, we proudly serve the Badger State and Illinois. We deliver unparalleled craftsmanship and quality with all the warmth and care you'd expect from a small-town family business. Whether you're planning a large commercial or agricultural project, a barn-dominium, or a smaller personal shop or structure, Pinot Buildings are built for you and designed to last. Connect with us to get started.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
Welcome back here to The Ledge. Jordan King and Nick Detman with you here, Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. Tonight in the Flyway, they will have games. Tomorrow, the entire conference, pretty much the entire state, as you mentioned, Nick, right before we went on air, is making the correct decision to be cautious about the unbelievably cold temperatures that we're going to get tomorrow, and a lot of schools shutting down. Pretty much
you can almost feel it outside. On my way here, man,
it's on the way.
It was very windy on the roads on the way here. So if you're out and about tonight, just be careful out there.
Yeah, we appreciate you tuning in to us if you're hunkered down. And so we have this game tonight. Elsewhere, and this is also on the Radio Plus Jeff's Live Streams family of networks, Winnebago Lutheran is at Laconia tonight. That's a 3-4 matchup in the Flyway Conference, and we'll talk about the standings in just a moment. And then a 7-8 matchup down at the bottom between North Fond du Lac and Omro. That's in Omro here tonight, North Fondy and the Foxes. So in the Flyway, Lamira stays unbeaten. They're 6-0, still ranked near the top of Division 4. Mayville's 5-1. They lost their last time out in the conference to Winnebago Lutheran, who got Gannon Schwartz back. And don't count the Vikings out just yet. They're 4-2 in the conference, but I'll tell you what, they could very well find themselves in. That might even be incorrect. I'll have to double check that. They have them listed at 4-2 in the conference. That may be incorrect for Winnebago Lutheran. Laconia is 3-3, and then there's this cluster tied for 5th. Springs, Campbellsport, Omro, all 2-4. So you're talking about as bad a start or as unlucky a start maybe as Campbellsport has had. They were in all those games early in the season, or at the very least most of them, and they just didn't know how to win. And Coach Elliott will talk about that in just a couple of minutes. But they're 2-4 in the flyway. They're only a game back of being a top half flyway team, Nick, and that's kind of crazy with their start. And for Springs, they find themselves in their worst stretch of the season by far, and they're in the same boat, right? With how this is so bunched up, you're not out of it right now.
No, and I mean, it gives you optimism. If you're any of these players from either of these teams, gives you optimism to go into February and try to work your way into the top half of the conference, get some momentum, and maybe get a favorable seed in the regional. There's still lots to be optimistic about if you're either of these teams. Yeah, you've had those stretches that haven't gone well, and what team doesn't have that stretch from time to time, especially with the teams that have had a lot of turnover, but they don't hand out trophies or gold balls in January or February. They do that in March. So like we mentioned, it's all about kind of building up to the last part of the season. Because when a team gets hot, you can do a lot of damage in the tournament, especially in basketball in this state.
WLA is 4-2. The last game without Gannon Schwartz, they lost to Amaro on the road, one that WLA will certainly want back probably at the end of the season when everything's all said and done. Laconia, meanwhile, they get Cash Farrell back, one of the best players this conference has to offer, and the Spartans right back in it there, back to 500. In the flyway, coming up on Saturday, Lamira Mayville, top 2, hook it up down in Lamira, so that'll be a good one coming up on Saturday. Let's take another time out. We'll come back, talk to head coach Ethan Elliott from the Campbellsport Cougars when we return on the Integrity Saw Tool pregame show. Stay with us.
At Musa Sheet Metal, they spend generations building a better everyday life. They don't just build panels, they build a legacy. They're growing, innovating, and pushing the limits again with their brand new 24-gauge stocked steel line. Musa colors created by the Musa team, 25 bold choices ready to go. Delivering the best solutions in architectural sheet metal. Say hi to the Musa apprentices. They're your neighbors, your classmates, and the future of the industry. Musa Sheet Metal, revolutionizing steel, building the future.
Steer into the new year in a new Buick from Holiday. Choose Buick Enclave and stack our low simplified price with rates as low as 0.9%, plus bonus cash for thousands in savings with no payments for 120 days. Get here, get more for your trade, and experience Team Holiday's genuine hospitality.
We want our guests to feel the positive energy and teamwork around them.
By making car buying fun, simple, and pressure-free.
Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac. It's worth the trip.
Keller, building trust since 1960.
Back here on the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show, Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview here, talking Campbellsport basketball and Coach Elliott and Coach. You guys took you a while to get over the hump. I mean, just so many of those games early on in the season, a bounce here or there, wouldn't go your way. 5 of the last 7. Now your guys have figured out how to win a few of these things, put some of that together. What's changed over the last 7 games?
I think it was all a learning curve for us. We weren't ready to win a couple of those games early. We were finding out a lot about who we were going to be. We played tough and we played hard. You know, like our game against Lamira and our game against Laconia, we're in those games. But when push came to shove, we just weren't mature enough to figure that out at the end. And as the year's gone on, the guys have trusted the process that we put in place every day, and that's to just get better every day. And we've reaped those benefits as the New Year's rolled around, and we've played a lot better. And I think we found our identity, and guys have learned to play off each other and play with each other since the start of the season.
Even those 2 games you lost, I mean, one is to a really talented ranked Oakfield team, and the other one just a buzzer beater that you guys came up on the wrong end of. I guess as a coaching staff, what excites you the most about how your team's played over the last couple of games?
I love how intense we've been in practice, which has carried into games. So they've definitely been hungry. They've never quit on each other. They didn't quit on our system. They didn't quit on the things we were doing. And because of that, they've found success in games. And going on the road last Friday and getting a big conference win, that should be huge for our confidence. And I'd like to see us bounce back and play well again. But those are process things and learning experiences that we need to grow from.
Kind of weird to look at this conference and just see how jumbled up it is in the middle of the pack here, and you guys can, I mean, a top half finish still isn't out of the question with half the season to go here. I guess what's kind of your message to your guys here as you turn the corner into the second half of the season?
We can't take things for granted. You got to show up every night. We don't have a lot of room for error. And if we relax on a scouting report detail or we relax on a possession, those are the ways that you get beat. And that's part of some of the things that we've learned from early in the year and been able to do better in the games we've won. But as the year continues, you have to find ways to improve on those so you can come out on top.
What do you know? What do you see on film against Springs? And obviously a team that has been at the top of the conference, maybe taking a little step down, it seems like this year, just based on results. But always know coming here to the Ledge is a tough battle, isn't it?
A hard place to play. They are a relentless team with pace and penetrating to the hoop and collecting offensive rebounds. So we know we're going to have to play really hard, and we know we're going to have to play really well to win here. There's no cupcake, and it's our job to control our controllables and do what we do as an offense and do what we do as a defense, and trust each other, trust our game plan in hopes to come out on top.
Appreciate it. A few minutes, Coach. Good luck. Go get him tonight.
Thank you.
There you go. That is Coach Ethan Elliott, Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview. Fondy Family Dental, Dr. Chad and his team will make you smile before, after, and yes, even during your appointment. Fondy Family Dental. Appreciate their sponsorship of our coach's interview during the pregame show, brought to you by Integrity Saw and Tool. Let's come back and talk to Coach Kyle Krieger from Springs right after this. Stay with us.
This is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. Moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high quality manner. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac. Making your move and storage of goods simple.
Bob's Pizza now has its very own dine-in restaurant. Enjoy a family-friendly atmosphere with a cozy dining room, large game room, beautiful full bar, and even coffee next door from Just Love Coffee. With our expanded menu, your party will have no trouble satisfying the whole family. Delicious, legendary pizza for a legendary city. Bob's Pizza on the Avenue.
Yep. Me.
Back here on the Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview with Coach Krieger this time. And Coach, man, over the Christmas holiday, a tough schedule, tough stretch for you guys. I know you're battling with some injuries, weren't at 100%. Maybe a little bit closer to that tonight against Campbellsport. I guess just the assessment of the last couple of weeks and trying to just chip back and get back into it in terms of momentum at least, right?
Yeah, going way back before Christmas when we played Roncalli on like December 21st. We didn't win, but the effort and execution was really good. Then we laid an egg the next night. Fast forward a couple weeks, last week we go to New Holstein on Monday and play really well and, have our best offensive night of the season. And then on Friday we go to Laconia and, first half, not bad, but then the second half was horrible. So, this week we're kind of challenging the guys, and tonight in particular. All right, let's prove that last Friday that second half was a fluke, that's not the team we are. And, hopefully that's what happens tonight.
You guys catching teams at seemingly some bad times. I mean, Laconia gets Cash Farrell back last Friday. You're running into a Campbellsport team that's won 5 of its last 7. They're seemingly playing their best basketball of the season. What are you guys what's it gonna take from your guys to get a win, put a win in the column in conference here tonight?
Every day as we get ready for the game, the day before, as we go through our scouting report and things like that, I like to show our opponent's team stats against ours and try to show the guys that, hey, we need to do this and this, right? We might be able to out-rebound them, and we really have to emphasize that. But, this year, different than the last, several years, our margin of victory is pretty slim, right? So we really have to play well in all phases to have a legitimate chance, and we know that. Some days in the last month, right, we might take 2 steps forward, and then the next day it might be 1 step back, and then 2 forward, and then 2 back, right? And we're still getting better, but we're not making those big gains like we need to this time of the season because everybody's getting better. We are as well, but our margin for error is small, and we have to play well against everybody to have a chance tonight.
What are maybe one or two of those things that you see, particularly against Campbellsport, that maybe you guys got to do well to come out with a win? Yeah,
I think we could have a small edge in rebounding, and we have to accentuate that. We need to do a better job of taking care of the ball. And, if I think we do those 2 things, I think we got a good shot. And, and one of them is, we pointed out to some of the guys after Laconia is how passive we looked in the second half. We have going back to last Friday, we have a double-figure scorer who only attempted 3 shots the whole game, where, that's not going to, 1, get us 10 points, and 2, that's not the way you have to play. We've really been emphasizing the last 2 days is, what we call our 3 E's, effort, energy, and enthusiasm. And us coaches have no control over that, right? That has to be player-driven. Ben Baker and Joey Kuhn have done a good job of leading our guys. And hopefully that's where we start tonight, effort, energy, and enthusiasm. And if we do that, then I know we'll rebound. I'm pretty sure we'll defend, and hopefully we take care of the ball and we make some shots, right? I mean, this could be a game that goes, down to those last couple minutes and the last 3-4 possessions, I think.
Appreciate the time, Coach. Good luck. Go get them.
All right. Thanks, Jordan. Anytime.
There you go. Once again, that is Coach Kyle Krieger from St. Mary's Springs. His Ledgers getting ready to take on the Cougars of Campbellsport, brought to you by Fondy Family Dental, that interview. Our keys to the game are built by Pino Construction. Turn vision into reality with Pino Construction, and we'll bring Nick Detman back in here in the pregame show. And Nick, what do you got for us in terms of our key to the game here for either team?
Yeah, when you look at the keys to the game by Pino Construction, when you look at Campbellsport, I think really shot making is going to be the big thing for them. Not a team that does well from the field and shooting, around 30% from three-point range, about 60% at the free throw line. So shot making, I think, is going to be very important in this one for Campbellsport and for St. Mary Springs. And Coach talked about it, ball security. It's a team that turns it over about 18 times per game. That's a high number, and it gives a lot of another teams extra possessions. And when you're in close games like that, you don't want to give those extra possessions. So ball security for Springs, and I think shot making for Campbellsport will be the keys to the game here by Pino Construction.
Our Bauer Chiropractic Injury Report got pain. See Shane, Dr. Shane Bauer, and the great folks over at Bauer Chiropractic. For Campbellsport, nothing new. They've been without Jace Gable, and the senior, injured his knee, tore his ACL in summer baseball, and a massive loss for this team. One of their best players a season ago, and they have certainly missed him over the course of this season. He's obviously still out with that injury. For Springs, they're going to get Brody Stefani back tonight. He's been out with a wrist injury over the last couple of weeks. Could be part of this slide that Springs is on. He was a starter early on in the season. He's not going to start tonight, but we should see Brody Stefani coming up here for the Ledgers. Speaking of those starting lineups, we'll get to those right after this. We'll have the starters and the tip for you to close out the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show when we return on Radio Plus.
Gas prices, home expenses, education. Will those costs always go up? Probably. At Winnebago Lutheran Academy, we can help you with one of them. We are a part of the Wisconsin Parental Choice Program, a program which enables qualifying families to receive a quality Christian education at no cost. That's right, zero tuition if you qualify. To learn more, visit WLAVikings.org.
Living it for 4 years, loving it forever.
Call us when you need a company you can trust.
You hear it all the time, but what does it mean? This is Danny and Heather at AirTech Heating, and for our company, it means we do right by our customers and provide them quality service for superior home comfort.
It means our prices are competitive and fair. It means that we stand behind our work. It means doing whatever it takes.
To whom you trust, your family's safety and comfort does matter. Call the team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742 when you need a company you can trust.
Fond du Lac Equipment Rental and Repair is ready for your next project, so be sure to talk to Dave and his experienced staff. You know, from air compressors to chainsaws, excavators, lifts, tools, saws, and so much more. Now, do you have your snowblower tuned up and ready for the upcoming winter season? Fond du Lac Equipment Rental and Repair can do it. Check out their expanded rental lineup, too. Mention the words Radio Rental to get a 10% discount on your next rental. You can find them on Ford Drive on the west side of Fond du Lac.
Fond du Lac Equipment Rental and Repair is a proud Echo and Cub Cadet dealer.
FBS Bank is here to help you achieve your dream of home ownership. For a limited time, we're offering home loans with just $595 closing costs plus title. Whether you're buying a new home or wanting to refinance, our experienced team is here to assist you. Visit our website at fbsbank.com or give us a call at 1-800-242-7880. Our friendly and experienced team will help guide you through the journey with FBS Bank. FBS Bank, banking made personal.
Dr. Todd Serauer is proud to announce the addition of his son, Dr. Brady Serauer, to their new office on South Main Street. Visit them at their brand new office on South Main Street in Fond du Lac and see how the Serauer Family Dental is making you smile generation after generation.
We return to Hutter Gymnasium. Great rendition of the national anthem by one of the J-term classes here at St. Mary's Springs. And maybe if we have time, I'll get into that. Talk to Coach Krieger a little bit about the modified schedule that comes with the J-term, and he's just ready to get back to a normal schedule. Let's give you the starting lineups presented by Sargento Cheese. Sargento is looking for manufacturing superstars for general production machine operators, ops quality specialists, and maintenance pros. General production starting at $26 an hour, plus shift premiums for second and third shifts. Sargento, your passion, our culture. Let's start with Campbellsport. Number 3 is a 5'10 senior guard. That's Trenton Schladweiler. 15, Cullen Reese, a 5'11 senior guard. Number 21 is their leading scorer, Noah Bobb, 6'1" senior guard. He averages about 14 and 8 for the Cougars. Trevin Shea, a 6'4 junior guard, and then Carter Gellings, a 5'8 junior guard in the backcourt. Shea is number 24. Gellings is number 32. For the Ledgers, number 1, Bentley Coots, a 6'1", 180-pound junior forward. Coots has been part of the starting lineup the last probably 2 weeks or so for the Ledgers. Number 3 is Jack Judkins, a 160-pound junior guard. Number 4 is Ben Baker, the lone senior, 5'10", 165-pound point guard Ben Baker. Number 22 is Matt Miller. He's stepped in for the injured Brody Stefani over the last couple of weeks. 6'4", 175-pound junior forward. And number 23 is Joey Kuhn, a 6', 150-pound junior guard for the Ledgers. Once again, the starters presented by Sargento. For Campbellsport, 3 Schladweiler, 15 Reese, 21 Bob, 24 Shea, 32 Gellings. For the Ledgers, 1 Coots, 3 Judkins, 4 Baker, 22 Miller, and 23 Kuhn. Time for your Right Way Home Improvement opening tip-off. From doors and gutters to roofs and siding, Right Way Home Improvement has you covered. Contact Right Way for your free estimate. Call 920-929-8999. That's 920-929-8999, or visit rightwaybuilt.com. Let's get you tipped off here between the Cougars in their road yellows with the blue numbers and the hosting St. Mary's Springs Academy Ledgers. High School Sports Today on RadioPlusInfo.com is presented by these 5 Fond du Lac area Edward Jones financial advisors: Matt Moses, Matt Helmer, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisted. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Ledgers win the tap in an early look for Ben Baker, who's had to play through some things, some dings throughout the season, and he's not someone that's, you're going to have to drag him off the court, a senior leader for this team and the lone senior for this team. Here's Joey Kuhn. That's what he does so well. He gets to the hoop, and the first 2 points to the Ledgers.
Really good ball movement by the Ledgers here and get the first basket of the game.
First opportunity for the Campbellsport Cougars. Nice backdoor cut, good ball movement. Ends up with Schladweiler, top of the key, and he knocks down a triple. So a good start for both of these offenses. And it's a 3-2 lead on the Quest Interiors scoreboard in favor of the visiting Cougars. Nice pass on the drive from Kuhn. Good ball movement, ends up with Bentley Coots. He drives. Looked like it might have been tapped off of Coots' knee, but it stays with the Ledgers. Good hands that time from Trevin Shea defensively for Campbellsport. Ben Baker to trigger in the inbounds. He gets it to Joey Kuhn. Kuhn straight back to the hoop, and his physicality is impressive at his size, Nick.
Yeah, very much so, and part of that I think stems from his experience on the football field. You get that little aggression right there.
Dribble drive here by Cullen Reese. Good ball movement, ends up with Trevin Shea. Shea crosses over against Matt Miller. Miller, a terrific defender, and that one gets bobbled around, ends up once again with Reese, and Reese can't get it to go at the doorstep. Opportunity there to take a 3-point lead. Oh, Ben Baker, spin cycle to the hoop. Nice move, Ben Baker, and his first points of the game come early here in the first minute and a half, and Springs retakes the lead.
Really like that play, and especially in transition, get your best athlete in isolation on your transition.
Schladweiler surveys the floor, gives it to Trevin Shea. He's going to try a 3. This one rainbows through for Shea, the 6'4 junior. And he gets it to go. Bentley Coots going to try a 3 right away on the other end, and that's what Springs wants to do. They play at a frenetic pace. Part of the turnovers, but they got to clean those up, as you mentioned, Nick. Shot fake from Schladweiler. Down the lane he goes. Misses at the rim. Nice defensive possession that time from Coots. Outlet pass, and here comes Ben Baker. Trying to cut into a couple of 3-pointers made by the Cougars thus far. Here's the first touch for Jack Judkins. He has it poked away from behind, and Judkins able to save the possession on the floor. And Baker's going to try his first 3 of the night, a little bit strong from straight away. 15:23 to go in this first half, and Reese will walk it across the timeline. It's a pretty generous 5-second count there. Yeah, they're going to get the 5-second count.
Must have heard you.
It's always in the eye of the beholder in terms of officials. Some make you get real close to in terms of defending. That time, really, you're only legally supposed to be within a step, and they're supposed to start counting. That very rarely happens. We saw it right there, though.
Yeah, it's almost in a way a judgment. It's really kind of hard to adjust as a defense, even as an offense as well, because every official sees it differently and interprets it differently.
So a turnover there on the 5-second closely guarded call. And here's Joey Kuhn for the Ledgers. Uses a Matt Miller screen. Miller spins to the hoop. Can't get it to go, and that was a good help side defensive possession that time from Pierce Caney.
Might have got away with the travel.
Yeah, agreed. Caney to the hoop. Kicks it to Schladweiler. Good ball movement down to the corner. Here's Gellings. Gellings to the hoop. Floater misses. Rebound down with Matt Miller.
Really like the way Miller just slid over and cut off the baseline drive. You mentioned good defensive player. You saw it right there.
Yeah, Miller only averages a couple of points per game, but his game is rebounding, defense, a lot like the football field, all the dirty things that maybe don't end up on a stat sheet, but you got to have those guys on your team.
No, absolutely.
At the very least, it sure helps. Here's Joey Kuhn.
Doesn't hurt to have that kind of player, for sure.
Here goes Miller down in the block. They double him. Kicked out to Will Jan. Ends up with Ben Baker. Baker drives baseline, working on Shea. Kicks it top of the key. Kuhn. Good patience once again by the Ledgers. Here goes a travel on Jack Judkins. Judkins with a nice move. Looked like a good Euro step, but there's another one that
kind of one of those, the way you kind of interpret it, the way the official sees it.
One man's Euro step is another man's dribble.
Our opinion doesn't matter. It's only the guys that are in the black and white stripes. They're the only opinions that matter.
No doubt. 6-4 lead for Campbellsport with the basketball here. About 4 minutes gone in this contest. There's a deflection by Brody Stefani. Welcome back, Brody Stefani. Good to see him back for the Ledgers, and I know Coach Krieger's going to love that. And Nick, we were talking before the game. You said there's no way they're averaging 18 blocks per game. They chart that on Bound Wisconsin, if you're ever looking at that. No, they don't have 18 blocks per game. That's deflections, and Coach Krieger believes if you get your hand in passing lanes, good things are going to happen defensively. You saw it right there. Here's Joey Kuhn out in transition after the missed three by Campbellsport. Baker to the corner. He gets doubled there. A couple of ball fakes. Gives it to Will Jan. Straight away three is good. Will Jan started for the Ledgers earlier this year, and he's come off the bench recently, and I just wonder if that eases some of the pressure a little bit. Here's a nice backdoor cut from Carter Gellings, his first bucket of the night, and just like that, the Cougars retake the lead, Nick.
Yeah, you see that a lot, especially at the college and the professional level. Some players just are more comfortable with that first or second roll off the bench because maybe there's just not that much pressure on them to perform at high of a level.
There's a miss there once again from Jack Judkins, coming up a little bit short on the floater. Rebound cleared with the Cougars. They have a 1-point lead on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Reese into the front court. Gives it to Shea, who snaps a pass to Noah Bob, the leading scorer for the Cougars. Bob, wide open for three in the left corner. Missed it. Rebound with Judkins. Here come the Ledgers. You can hear Coach Krieger from up here yelling, go, go, go. That's what Joey Kuhn's going to do. Scoops it up, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Joey Kuhn heads to the charity stripe. Thanks to Serauer Family Dental for being part of our high school sports coverage this season. Dr. Todd Serauer is proud to announce the addition of his son, Dr. Brady Serauer, to their new office on South Main Street. Come visit them and see how the Serauer family is making you smile generation after generation. Visit SerauerDental.com. That's SARAUER Dental.com today. Front end for Kuhn goes down, and he'll have one more.
58% free throw shooter on the season.
He does get there a lot. You've seen that early on here with his aggressiveness to the hoop.
And kind of with that in mind, if you're that aggressive, you certainly want that free throw percentage to be up even higher.
One of those keys that if he can shoot a little bit better there, all those little things stack up, don't they?
And those points can end into wins.
Here's a three ball from Quentin Capazzo. So 3 threes here early on for Campbellsport as they rain it in from deep early on, and it's back to a 2-point Campbellsport lead.
We talked about making shots was important. They're 32% from the three-point stripe this season. They're doing pretty well in that category already tonight.
Here's Kuhn trying to respond with a three of his own. Missed it. Offensive rebound, Ben Baker. Shovels it out to Lucas Babler. And here's a look for Brody Stefani. That's a tough pass, almost taken away from Noah Bob, And Bob's going to poke it away from Baker again. Noah Bob is all over the place for this Campbellsport team. He's a great defender. He doesn't necessarily make any plays that jump off the page at you. He's not going to make 3 threes in a row, but he's going to chip away, score 14 points, averages 8 rebounds per game as well. Here's another three from Will Jan. So he's as hot as he's been all season long with a couple of threes here early in this one, and the Ledgers take another lead. Back and forth we go. That is the 6th lead change by my count here early on here, Nick. And, well, both these teams going at it.
Yeah, we
expected.
Yeah, we kind of anticipated a close game with two teams that have a lot of optimism. And threw that one away. A little miscommunication there.
Another turnover for Campbellsport. The first part of this game brought to you by Wisconsin Lighting Lab. Appreciate the fine folks over at Wilbrands for their support of high school sports this season.
And you mentioned just how good Noah Bob is defensively, and just you look at Campbellsport, they create turnovers, averaging close to 11 steals per game. So it's not out of the ordinary for them to kind of put the pressure on opposing offenses.
Kuhn gives it to Stefani. Stefani, short corner, rips a pass over to Babler. It goes off his hand straight to Jan. Kicks it out. Here is a nice dribble drive from Jack Judkins, and he finishes at the rim. So a little momentum here for the Ledgers as this Hutter Gymnasium crowd gets a little bit more into it. Schladweiler, good balance to toe the sideline, but then he loses it on the dribble drive. Another good defensive possession. Once again, that time Brody Stefani, who again, I don't think you can overstate his absence over the last couple of weeks, and I think you can kind of correlate some of the, when you lose a starter, it's just so difficult a lot of times for schools this size to just replace that.
Yeah, they're starters for a reason. It's what they bring to the table, whether it's scoring, defense, rebounding, and that's hard to replace because every player's different.
Here's Jan down underneath. Miller snaps a pass up to Judkins. Jack Judkins on the drive yet again. Babler to Kuhn. Closely guarded there from Caney. Judkins. Kuhn. Kuhn with the jab stuff. Kicks it out. Judkins on the drive. Good ball movement here, getting paint touches and then kicking to the three-point line for the Ledgers. They're staying patient on this possession, excuse me.
The old Norman Dale pass, make 4 passes before you shoot. They've certainly exceeded that.
No doubt. Here's Judkins once again.
Good Hoosier reference for those.
And he has his pass stolen, and it's over and back. A little bit unfortunate there for Trenton Schladweiler as he great hands to get the steal, just ended up in the front court and shuffled it to a teammate.
Yeah, I mean, he's down on the floor, and obviously he can't get up with the basketball, and the first person he sees, unfortunately, is in the backcourt.
A little bit unfortunate for the Cougars there, but
they'll take that anytime. That's an effort play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coaches will always give a thumbs up for an effort play.
No doubt. We have seen a handful of turnovers here for Campbellsport early. We were looking at Springs trying to take care of the basketball, but it's been Campbellsport that's given some free ones back to the Ledgers thus far. Here's Ben Baker, guarded by Bob. Bentley Coots has it now, top of the key. Matt Miller on the wing, guarded by Trevin Shea. Good ball movement once again from Springs. A little bit different than Springs maybe has played out of necessity, certainly out of the last couple of years. Here's a Judkins three. Oh, and it banks in. And Judkins kind of has a look on his face like, look what I found here. And he's got a triple with 5 points for Judkins, 6-point lead for the Ledgers.
Should we count that? I don't think he called the bank.
I don't think so either. Bounce pass from Shea goes into the student section of the Ledgers, and it's back over to Springs. So a good start here for St. Mary's Springs after some rocky times over the last couple of weeks. Here goes Baker up with the scoop shot, missed it. Rebound tapped out by Miller. Bentley Coots able to track it down and keep the possession for the Ledgers. Baker's got it on the left wing. Miller top of the key, snaps a pass to Judkins down to the corner with Babler. Babler surveys, guarded by Pierce Caney. Here is Baker. Baker down the lane, kicks it to Miller. Miller, good closeout that time from Trevin Shea to run Miller off the three-point arc. And here's a Bentley Coots three from the left corner. Missed it. Rebound Shea. Outlet pass up to Bob. Noah Bob in transition for the Cougars. Crosses over against Miller down to the left block. Going to try to snap a pass out. It's tipped away. Stolen by Coots. Here comes Ben Baker. Excuse me, Nick. Up with the floater. Baker finishes at the other end. That's a big-time stretch right there for the Ledgers.
Yeah, I was just going to say a couple really good defensive possessions on either side. I thought Campbellsport was doing a really nice job of collapsing in the paint once the ball got there, and then great defense on the other end by Springs to create the turnover in the bucket in transition.
19-11, on the Quest Interior scoreboard. 7:33 to go. Caney dribbled it off his foot. Here's Jack Judkins in transition. Goes into the body of Trevin Shea, and he's going to be rewarded with a couple of free throws. 7:28 to go in this first half. This portion of the game brought to you by Michaels Corporation.
Jack Judkins to shoot 2 shots.
And Judkins looking to build on what is already a 5-point first half that he's got going on. And he will do that with his first free throw of the night.
Carter Young's back for the Cougars, and Joey Coon is coming in for the Legends.
Second free throw for Judkins. Misses. Another offensive rebound, this time Bentley Coots. So second chance opportunities, maybe something to keep an eye on. There's a 3-ball. Isn't that how that works a lot of times, Nick? You give up an offensive rebound, and then the other team sticks a 3 right away, and there is a timeout for Campbellsport. Let's take it with it. Back in 30 seconds on Radio Plus.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
We return to Hutter Gymnasium, just mentioning there before we went to break. A lot of times that's how it works out. You give up an offensive rebound, they got the ball in the post, you kick it out to that open three-point shooter, bang.
Yeah, because when you're on the free throw line, you're not in a set defense. The offense already has the offensive rebound. They get the chance to set their own play a lot quicker than you can get set on defense. That's why you want to grab those rebounds.
So after 6 early lead changes between these two teams, Springs has now built what is a 12-point advantage. Here on the Quest Interior scoreboard, Schladweiler, nice job and good balance to keep the ball there, but he missed the shot. But good scramble there from Noah Bob to get it, steal it away from Ben Baker. Here's Schladweiler, right wing 3. That one misses. Rebound down, and a foul on the rebound by Bob. That was Calvin Steffes, who got up and skied for the rebound, and Bob just a little bit late. Another one of those hustle fouls, but one that kind of a cheap one for one of your best players to pick up 80 feet away from the hole.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough one to put into your score column just because you're going after the ball, but unfortunately you just got beat to it.
Here's Steffes in the front court now. Kicks it out to Joey Kuhn, who just hit that 3 a moment ago to force the Campbellsport timeout. Here's Bentley Coots. That's a dangerous pass knocked away by Noah Bob. That was closer to Bob than it was Ben Baker. And Steffes has it now in the corner. Dribble drive, kicks it out. Joey Kuhn straight away 3. He's got another. Joey Kuhn on fire to start this game. He's got 10. First player in double figures for either team, and it's a 15-point lead for the Ledgers.
Really good shooting from a team that shoots 27% from the three-point line.
Here goes Noah Bob. Nice take by Bob, and he's got his first field goal of the night, and that's for Campbellsport. Can't have him going too long with between buckets, certainly. Here's another 3 for Joey Kuhn. This one misses. Heat check that time from Kuhn. He liked it when he let go of it. He kind of had that Sammy Sosa home run shuffle on his way back, but that one didn't fall. Nothing too badly hurt for the Ledgers. They still lead by 13 with 5:49 to go in this first half.
We talked in the pregame about the keys of the game. They're kind of which ones were which. Is shooting for Campbellsport and turnovers for Springs. We're kind of seeing the opposite play out.
No doubt. I agree. You mentioned Campbellsport making shots. We've seen Springs make shots. The Ledgers have taken care of the basketball. Cougars haven't, and it's part of the reason that you see such a big advantage with the Ledgers doubling up the Cougars. Here is Trevin Shea, who spins through and either had to get a foul there or a travel, certainly.
Kind of shows what I know, too, in terms of the keys to the game.
Well,
I was on the right track.
You were
just got the
100%. As far as
just got the teams wrong.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that's 100% accuracy. So Trevin Shea goes to the charity stripe here. Shea hit an early 3 and makes the front end of this trip to the line.
Yeah, I've hit 60% from the line this season. Almost had a double-double on Tuesday against West Bend East. 13 points, 9 rebounds. Really solid game for him last time out.
Second one good for Shea as well. So little spurt here for Campbellsport. 4 straight points to get the deficit down to 11. Kuhn's got it on the right wing. Jan. Ball movement to Brody Stefani. Kuhn cuts through. Another deflection, this time from Shea. And Steffes has it here. Knocked away that time from Gelling. Stolen by Pierce Caney. Caney goes straight to the rack. He has it blocked by Will Jan. Nice job in defensive transition from Will Jan. He runs the floor well. He's got it now at the rim. Throws it up. Missed it. Offensive rebound, and he finishes. The 10 points from Joey Kuhn is one thing, but 8 from Will Jan is a pleasant surprise for Coach Krieger. Springs with their lead back out to 13, and Bob is fouled out on the perimeter by Ben Baker. It'll be a side inbounds coming up here for the Cougars.
That fouls on Baker, but yeah, you talk about Jan. Averages just 2.9 points per game, or he's got 8 here tonight off the bench.
So it'll be Carter Gellings here to trigger it in, and Springs will allow it to be tossed into Pierce Caney. He's got the near side to Caden Flash, and Flash has it deflect off of his foot, and I think he's going to be whistled for the foul here. And it'll go back over. Yeah, he was a little out of control after he lost control there, Nick, and as he tried to collect the basketball, ran over a couple of Springs players. Refreshing to see 7 combined team fouls in the first half.
Yeah, really, just in general, not terrible. It's been relatively clean.
Yeah, absolutely. Let him play.
A lot versus effort fouls.
Yeah, absolutely. Here is Brenton Rodriguez, kicks it out to Baker. Ben Baker, shot fake, kicks it down to Joey Kuhn in the short corner. Here's Will Jan having his best half of varsity basketball of the season. He gets bumped over, and they call a travel on Will Jan. Coach Krieger cannot believe there wasn't a foul.
Yeah, he's certainly the official here on our near side and know about it.
Not sure if he's angry that there wasn't a foul or if he just thought he dropped to a knee. That's not necessarily a second step, so might have something in terms of not moving the pivot foot there. Here is Trevin Shea underneath, gets it out to Flash. Flash, one dribble, kicks it to Shea once again. Here's Trevin Shea working on Brody Stefani. Now they switch it to Brenton Rodriguez. Foul on Rodriguez on the drive. So it'll be Carter Gellings once again to throw it in. And he's going to lob it to Trevin Shea. Use a screen back to Gellings in the corner. Out to Shea. Shea's going to try a 3. That one not in rhythm at all. And the rebound tipped around to Ben Baker. Baker looks up ahead, gets it to Kuhn. Kuhn drives baseline, and a foul on Caden Flash. That's number 2 on him in about a minute of court time. And the 5th team foul on Campbellsport. Underneath inbounds coming here for Baker and the Ledgers. Baker surveys, just lobs it into Joey Kuhn. They're going to screen for Baker. Nice job by Bob to fight through it, and Baker misses the 3 ball. Good rebound by Trevin Shea to clear it for the Cougars. Caney down to Bob. Nice shot fake. He goes baseline. A little bit too strong on the finish, but he gets one Cougar amongst 4 Ledgers, and wouldn't you believe it, Noah Bob comes away with it and scores his second bucket of the game. He's got 4. Springs lead down to 11. Baker, shot fake on the right wing. Kicks it back out to Jan. Jan's going to get to the high post. Snap one down to Brenton Rodriguez. That's a dangerous pass. Caney's got his hands on it. Shuffles it over to Bob. Bob in transition against Ben Baker. And Baker just with the flyby and no contact on Bob. And I think Bob was kind of playing for some of that contact there, and it just never came.
Yeah, just looked at the official and just kind of maybe just gave him a cue that he thought there was a little contact there.
2:46 to go before halftime. 11-point lead for St. Mary's Springs. Matt Miller and Jack Judkins return for Springs. Here's another deflection and another steal, this time from Noah Bob. Bob into the front court. Bounce pass to Trevin Shea. Shea's fouled. High School Sports Today on RadioPlusInfo.com is presented by these 5 Fond du Lac area Edward Jones financial advisors: Matt Moses, Matt Helmer, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisted. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Shea back to the free throw line for the second time tonight. He's 2 for 2, make it 3 for 3.
Worth pointing out, Will Young, that's his second personal. Even though he's got the good start to the half with 8 points, he's got to hit to the bench with the second personal.
So with Jan to the bench, the Ledgers now with their original starting 5. And there was a Cougar in the lane there. They missed it. Yeah, well, they got it figured out after a minute. That was Noah Babu. Couldn't keep his balance there on the free throw, so it goes back over to the Ledgers.
Bob now with his second personal, team leading scorer.
Oh, they whistled a foul there.
Yeah,
okay.
They whistled it as a foul.
Well, they missed Bob leaving the free throw line early as well, so that's a tough one for Bob to have to deal with. Trap in the corner here. Judkin's able to throw it off the foot of Trenton Schladweiler.
Yeah, smart play for now, but right where they are, it's a tough inbound.
30-second timeout, by the Ledgers. We're going to take it with them. Back in 30 on Radio Plus.
Are you or a loved one living with the discomfort and hopelessness of peripheral neuropathy? The tingling, the numbness, the life-altering pain? Are you tired of taking medications that only mask the symptoms or don't work at all? You don't have to live like that anymore. Introducing New Medical Center, your beacon of hope in the fight against peripheral neuropathy. Our team of dedicated specialists uses the latest advancement in medical technology to help you regain control of your life. Our personalized treatment plans are designed to reduce your pain, improve your balance, and restore your quality of life, all while targeting the cause of your neuropathy. Visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com.
So a 30-second timeout taken there by Coach Kyle Krieger, probably to draw something up, as you mentioned, a tricky place to inbound it here. 2 minutes and 17 seconds away from our Holiday Automotive halftime show. Stick around for that. Then we'll have the second half of action for you. Springs able to get it in, and I suppose that was just the operative. Don't get cute in a situation like that.
Yeah, right there in that corner, like either sideline can be very tricky to inbound it.
Here's Matt Miller, a couple of jab steps, gives it to Bentley Coots. Snaps a pass to Joey Kuhn. Nice backdoor cut, Ben Baker, and Baker can't get it to go at the rim. And Springs, a couple of Springs players asking for a goaltend.
Yeah, I think it's okay to touch the net.
Yeah, I don't. And as long as it
doesn't move the hoop.
I believe that's correct. Don't quote us on that, but
it's the first on Miller, 6th on the team.
So an underneath inbounds. Next one, Cougars go to the bonus. Shea bounces far side Schladweiler. Jab step, drives against Kuhn, kicks out there to Gellings, and Gellings caught there by Miller. Nice backdoor cut, Trenton Schladweiler, and a good finish. Schladweiler up to 5. He hit an early 3, in fact, the first 3 of the ball game.
Really like that pick and roll.
Here comes Matt Miller, triple, missed everything. A rebound on this near side by Carter Gellings. Nice little spurt here from Campbellsport to end this first half. They got this lead down to single digits for Springs. It's at 8. Here goes Trevin Shea. Missed the floater. Tough rebound. Kind of an awkward, coming off that rim awkwardly, and it ends up being a foul as Springs had 4 players to deal with it, but it just caromed over their heads. Bentley Kuntz picks up the foul, and it'll send Trenton Schladweiler to the free throw line to try to continue to chip into this deficit.
53% free throw shooter on the season. And you mentioned the run that they're starting to make here. If you can get this down to 2 possessions at the end of the half, you have a lot of optimism going into the second half of your Campbellsport, especially with how the first 10, 12 minutes went in this half.
Schladweiler misses the second, but Shea's there for the offensive rebound, and then it's thrown away by Caney. And Caney very lucky not to pick up a foul there. He nearly knocked over Matt Miller, and Springs bench very frustrated at this point. They feel like they've missed a couple of calls the last 2 possessions. Baker's got a steal this time. Has it in the corner. Skip pass to Joey Kuhn. Kuhn down to Bentley Coots. He's open for threes. Got it from the corner. That is a massive shot, Nick, by Bentley Coots. Back out to a 10-point lead.
Just great ball movement, making the extra pass. Let your best free throw or three-point shooter line up the shot, and he buried it.
Shea can't get it to go. Nice defense at the rim once again by the Ledgers. And Kuhn's going to slow it way down, and they're going to take the last shot and take at least a double-figure lead into halftime. Here's Baker. Down to Coots in the corner. 2 screens coming here, and a foul by Pierce Caney. Caney's a little frustrated because he's done that all half, and it hasn't been called. And now, here in the final 5 seconds, the whistle comes on Pierce Caney. Just the 6th team foul for Campbellsport, but number 2 on Caney. So
I'm sorry, go ahead.
4.3 seconds left. Springs looking to get a good quality shot here at the end of the half. Here's Joey Kuhn. There's a half-court heave with no momentum. That's probably not the shot they were looking for, Nick, but nonetheless, Springs goes into the halftime locker room up 31-21 behind Joey Kuhn's big first half. Will Jan had a nice first half as well, but a nice little spurt there from Campbellsport to get this thing from 15 down to 10. It just feels closer as you head into the halftime locker room. Don't go anywhere. We got our Holiday Automotive halftime report coming up next on Radio Plus. Stay with us.
Marco, the name our area trusts for all things related to your tax return. For over 60 years, our community has trusted the Marco Tax Service at 43 East 3rd Street, Fond du Lac. Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Here we go.
Steer into the new year comfortably and confidently in a new Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, or GM certified pre-owned model from Holiday. Stack money-saving New Year sale offers with our low simplified price. Get more for your trade and experience guest care that makes fans of drivers from all over.
The team at Holiday goes above and beyond. You can count on it.
Come be our guest and let your new year shine bright.
Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
What's rewarding to me about my job is being able to see apparel that I've printed out in public. That's what makes me feel proud.
I never really look at everybody as just a customer. They're more of a friend. When they come in, my purpose is to make everybody look good and feel comfortable in what they're wearing. It's important for us to build and just have that relationship. You're not just a number. We want to know you, we want to get to know you, we want to work with you. That's one of our main focuses and goals at Hoppers.
It's more than just a job. It truly is a family. They value you, great pay, great benefits. It definitely care about setting people up for success in their retirement years. I don't see a reason to want to leave.
Got pain? See Shane. Dr. Shane Bauer at Bauer Chiropractic. Dr. Bauer can help relieve pain in arthritic knees, reduce and relieve pain from degenerative and herniated lumbar discs in your back. Dr. Bauer's laser treatment relieves pain and inflammation. Works like cortisone without the side effects. Dr. Bauer also offers custom orthotics for proper back posture. Since 1998, this area has trusted the team at Bauer Chiropractic. So if you've got pain, see Shane at Bauer Chiropractic.
We return here to Hutter Gymnasium. Thanks for joining us. Jordan King, Nick Detman with you here on the campus of St. Mary's Springs Academy. This is the Holiday Automotive Halftime Show. Holiday, it's worth the trip. Nick, scoring at halftime.
First for Campbellsport, both with 6 points. Trenton Schladweiler and Trevin Shea, both with 6 points. Noah Bob with 4, Quentin Capazzo with 3, and then Carter Gellings with 2. Leading all scorers on Springs is Joey Kuhn with 10 points. He's got 2 3-pointers, 2 for 2 from the line. Will Jan's got 8 points off the bench. Jack Judkins with 6, Bentley Coots with 3, then Ben Baker with 4. That is your first half scoring leaders through the first half of play, 31-21.
You know, let's circle back once again. We did midway through that first half as well, but let's circle back to those keys to the game presented by Pino that you mentioned in the pregame show. You said, can Springs take care of the basketball? I would say so far so good. Little hiccup there maybe in that 2-minute stretch that Campbellsport made their run, but overall much better than we're used to seeing from Springs. And for Campbellsport, they started to make some shots there at the end.
Yeah, and it was shot making was a big part. I thought was going to be a key for them. They're a better 3-point shooting team than Springs is, not by much, but still a better team. And then here comes Springs. They got 6 first half 3-pointers, and has really been a big reason why they're up by 10 points. And on the other side, we talked about turnovers and ball security for Springs. I think in general they've done a pretty good job. And when you're looking at what Springs has done defensively on Campbellsport, just Campbellsport, especially for those first 12, 13, 14 minutes, just didn't seem like they were in rhythm on offense, and that's credit to defense. And that created some turnovers and some opportunities in transition and allow Springs to get into their offense, and Campbellsport was chasing. They settled it down a little bit, I thought, better toward the latter part of the second half, and they were to get this down into 8 points before the end of the half, and now it's a 10-point halftime deficit.
So that's the story through the first half of action. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, we'll have second half action. The one score we can bring you here at halftime in the conference is Laconia 32, WLA 25. That game just went to the half as well. So fourth place Laconia currently up at halftime, and over there at the pit, that's another tough place to play. They lead WLA by 7. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have second half action for you right after this. Stay with us.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. Their design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Hey, Devontae. Let me get a Cantina chicken burrito and a bowl with that seasoned, slow-roasted chicken I like, please. You have a golf course in your house? I got a Taco Bell in my house, bro. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Cheaters don't get chicken. Huh? Cheaters get no chicken. I won't give him any.
Okay, let's start with some clouds. Some mountains over there. And finally, a river. Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot.
American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package.
American Family Insurance.
Visit Brad Tagle Pizza today in Fond du Lac or Ripon.
Your dream space starts with quartz countertops from Quest Interiors. Whether it's your kitchen, bathroom, mudroom, or even a closet island, we custom fabricate one-of-a-kind surfaces that elevate every room. And the best part? We install many in as little as 1 week, quickly turning your vision into reality. Visit our showrooms in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
Tired of pushy sales tactics? Welcome to Schaefer Auto, where they make buying a vehicle simple, safe, and satisfying. You'll find a sweet selection of pre-owned vehicles for every budget. Each is inspected and backed by a warranty option of your choice. Financing isn't a problem. Get approved online and drive home with confidence. Schaefer Auto has the right ride for you. Visit the lot at 404 Shaler Drive in Waupun and online at schaefer-auto.com. Schaefer Auto, no gimmicks, no pressure, no worries.
Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory in Fond du Lac, a proud sponsor of local high school sports. Don and the team at Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory invite you to discover who has made Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory the ultimate provider of creating healing experiences in the community. To find out more about Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematories, visit kirkyfuneralchapel.com.
Don Kirky and staff, Kirky Funeral Chapel.
Good luck to all area athletes from the entire staff at Kirky Funeral Chapel.
All right, back here, second half of action coming right at you here on Radio Plus Video Sports. 31-21 is our score heading to frame number 2. What's got to change for Campbellsport, Nick? I mean, we saw a little bit of it at the end of that first half, but what do the Cougars got to do to...
Kind of like the opposite of what we did for the pregame. Now they got to be better with protecting the basketball. Coach Krieger talked about how his team felt that rebounding was the key. I think Campbellsport needs to do a better job of rebounding the basketball as well and minimize some of these offensive possessions that Springs is getting off of the rebounds.
Campbellsport basketball to start the second half here, and it'll be Carter Gellings to give it to Cullen Reese, who we didn't see a ton of near the end of that first half. And Springs going to come out in the zone here. Kind of a
2-3 zone in principle.
2-3 matchup, and then an early foul by Ben Baker. And Baker points his hands to the sky. And Coach Kyle Krieger, well, he looks like a disappointed father on the sideline, I would say. That's how I would describe that reaction.
Yeah, and already that's the second personal for Baker, so that's almost like getting 2 fouls in the first half.
Once.
So it might be a handful of players for Springs with 2 fouls. That might be something to keep an eye on as this game progresses.
Certainly don't want him in foul trouble. Here is Schladweiler on the left wing. Schladweiler with 6 in that first half. That one poked away from Cullen Reese, and here comes Jack Judkins in transition. Ball movement out to Ben Baker, top of the key. Jab step, kicks it to Kuhn. Joey Kuhn nearly lost it on the dribble. Gives it to Bentley Coots. Tell you what, the Cougars, we have seen them just overplaying very aggressively in the passing lanes. We'll see if we see some backdoor cuts from the Ledgers at some point here in the second half. Here's Joey Kuhn, puts his head down, gives it to Miller. Miller dribble drive, kicks it to Jack Judkins. Judkins this time down the left side. Up and in for Jack Judkins. Count the basket with the foul, and he goes to the line for a chance for a three-point play. But first, some words of encouragement from Coach Krieger. Judkins now with 8 points and a chance to make it 9 at the line.
Averaging 10.3 points per game, scored 6 against Laconia on Tuesday.
That one crawls over the front end, hits the backboard, and goes down for Jack Judkins. And springs back into a man-to-man defense. Reese into the front court. Gets it down to Gellings. Gellings dribbles to the short corner and then finds Noah Bob. Bob has a lane to the hoop, goes up, missed it. Rebound tipped around, and Bob's got it again. He's just got a nose for the basketball on those rebounds. Here's Gellings, kicks it out to Trevin Shea. Shea with a skip pass to Gellings. He wants a right wing three. This one's good. Carter Gellings gets it to go. And he's got 5 points. And a timeout here by Campbellsport. 30 seconds. Let's take it with them. Back in 30 right after this on Radio Plus Video Sports.
It's the dawn of a new day for Dr. Kathy Doyle Kelly and Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry.
I'm Dr. Dylan Fogel, and I'm now the new owner of Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry. I'm truly honored to carry forward the tradition of personalized care you've come to know and trust. You'll still see Dr. Kathy and all the familiar faces who make this office feel like home. At Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry, we promise to do everything we can to keep you smiling before, after, and even during your appointment.
Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry Dentistry will be changing its name to Fogel Family Dentistry in 2026. Find Dr. Dylan Fogel on Fond du Lac Avenue in Fond du Lac.
All right, back here on Radio Plus, 10-point contest, 34-24 on the Quest Interior scoreboard.
Yeah, interesting timeout there. Take that one very early, take away a timeout. Still 10-point game. That could be an interesting turnover usage.
It is to change the defense. I was kind of saying to you during the break, maybe it's to change defenses. They're going to a 1-3-1 here. Defensively are the Cougars, and we'll see how Springs handles it. They got all that length of Trevin Shea up top of this zone, and Springs able to throw it over the top, and there's Jack Judkins with a 3. Judkins with all 6 for the Ledgers in the second half so far. 3-point play the old-fashioned way, that time a 3 from the left corner. Good response. Springs leads by 13 yet again.
Up to 12 for the night is Judkins.
Oh, good hands from Kuhn. Pokes it away. Judkins gets the steal. Judkins straight to the rack. He goes up. He's fouled by Schladweiler. And Jack Judkins back to the free throw line. Good take from him. Who do you trust with your family's health? For aches and pains, physicals, and sports injuries, Fond du Lac families choose Aurora Healthcare and Dr. Marshall Rutherford, a family medicine specialist. Dr. Rutherford is your go-to for keeping your family healthy. Learn more at aurora.org/doctors. First free throw misses short for Judkins. But what a spark he's provided here to start the second half, Nick.
Yeah, just continued really. I thought was a well-played first half on his part. He had 6 in the first half, already up to 6 here in the second half. Having a strong game here again tonight, just like he had on Tuesday against Laconia.
He's now 3 for 5 from the free throw line after he goes 1 for 2 on that trip. And Springs defensively here lost Gellings again, and that's the second time here in the early part of this second half that they've lost Carter Gellings. He's hit 2 threes. And we'll see what Springs does this time against this 1-3-1 zone. Miller gets caught in the corner, trapped, stolen by Bob. Up ahead to Trevin Shea. Shea kicks it to the corner. Gellings wants another one. This one looks good, just short from being 3 straight from Carter Gellings. And a foul here, I think, is going to go on Noah Bob. Yeah, Bob picks up number 2. And the third team foul. 38-27 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. 15-13 to go in the ball game. That would have been a massive shot from Carter Gellings. He just made a couple of them. Had a chance there open in the corner.
It looked really good from here when he let it go.
Oh, I thought it was down. Here's Brody Stefani, kicks it out. Ben Baker, he hasn't had many clean looks. This is one, and this one's knocked down. Baker doesn't get many looks like that. This time the zone helped him out a little bit. He's up to 7 points. One of the premier players in this conference, and he is the first name on the scouting report every game. And I think he enjoyed being able to see the rim that time.
Yeah, I mean, and justifiably so. Averages 16 points, 4.5 rebounds, nearly 4 blocks, 2.5 steals. He is always around the basketball.
Yeah. He's one of the best this conference has to offer.
Just an overall terrific athlete.
Absolutely. Brody Stefani's going to pick up a foul here. A good take from Pierce Caney. Is shoulder pain keeping you up at night? For pain relief, Fond du Lac families trust Aurora Healthcare and Dr. Lauren Potter. There are many causes of shoulder pain. As a shoulder specialist, Dr. Potter has the advanced training to take better care of your injury. Learn more at aurora.org/ortho. Caney at the line. Nice looking stroke there from the sophomore, and he's got his first point of the night.
50% free throw shooter on the season, scored 10 against East on Tuesday.
Second free throw comes up short, and he maintains that 50% average. And now Bob's going to pick up his third foul, and they have all come here 80 feet away from the hoop tonight. I mean, you had one in the first half and now 2 here in the second half that have both come underneath his own basket.
And those are really fouls that you don't want to have because you are so far away from your own basket. Not to mention now your top scorer is in foul trouble.
Here's a bounce pass from Miller. That one is tipped away by Schladweiler and stolen by Bob. Bob has it taken away. Brody Stefani, what a play in transition. Poked it away from behind. Here's Joey Kuhn. Baker top of the key. Ball fake there. Nice find underneath. Stefani at the rim missed it. And maybe there's a little rust after missing 2.5 weeks or so from Brody Stefani. I think that maybe is to be expected a little bit.
Ledger's really attacking the zone on the offensive end.
Here's a steal that time from Jack Judkins. Gets it up ahead to Joey Kuhn, who kicks it to Miller. Miller drives the lane left side, and an offensive foul taken by Trenton Schladweiler. Schladweiler got there, in my view, a little bit late, but a hard fall like that sometimes is enough to sell the offensive foul, and they do like punching it.
That might be one of the toughest things to
absolutely.
officiate
No
in
doubt.
basketball is the charge or a block. Another one of those really subjective, even just a hair off, it looks like it could be a charge or a block.
And here's my opportunity to say what I say in every basketball broadcast, which is the WIAA needs a restricted circle more than it needs a shot clock. There you go. I said it. Now everyone can mute me again. That one tipped away by the Ledgers defensively once again.
Where's the mute button here?
There you go. I told you right at the top of the broadcast you could use that liberally if you wanted to, Nick. 13:31 to go. Here's Trevin Shea, gives it right back to Gellings. Another three ball that comes up just a hair short.
That looked good coming off his hand, too.
He's made two and missed two, but all four have looked good here in this second half.
Yeah, just keep feeding him the ball. Those shots are going to go. I mean, the two that he missed looked really, really good, just a smidge off.
I mean, those two go down. You're talking about a game here.
Yeah, and just a really solid shooter. I mean, he's the best free throw shooter in the game between these two teams at 83%. So someone who definitely knows how to find the basket and make shots.
Kuhn can't get it to go. Quentin Capazzo, nice job defensively to wall up. And Pierce Caney has it in the front court. Springs back to man-to-man defense. Caney goes past Stefani to the hole. He's fouled by Brody Stefani. And Caney will go back to the free throw line. Whether you're playing in a rec league or in the majors, sitting out due to injury is no fun. If pain has moved you to the sidelines, Aurora Sports Health can help get you back into the lineup. Start with a free injury evaluation from Aurora Sports Health. Request one at aurora.org/sports. Free throw no good for Pierce Caney. So statistically speaking, he's going to make this one, Nick.
That's what the law of averages say. Is a 50% free throw shooter.
Couple of rhythm dribbles, spins it off his hand, comes up short again. So 1 for 4 from the free throw line is Pierce Caney. Nice pass underneath Babler, and another miss right at the rack from the Ledgers. One from Stefani a moment ago, and that time from Matt Miller. And here's some more free throws for Campbellsport, as Cullen Reese is going to head to the free throw line now.
So you got a little foul trouble starting to brew here for the Ledgers. That's Jan's third. Stefani has 3, and then Brent Baker has 2.
Front end is short for Cullen Reese, who has yet to score tonight. A little bit surprising there, the 5'11 senior guard.
Yeah, I had 1 point in the loss to West Bend East on Tuesday. 63% free throw shooter on the season.
Trevin Shea returns for the Cougars. Reese makes the second.
That's how you get in the box score, as they used to say back in the day when you needed to submit the box scores to the local paper.
They might have, a real cynical coach might have put you in for 0 for 2 from the free throw line, 0 points, right?
I've seen it. I used to get those scores when I worked at the Journal-Sentinel years ago.
Here's Joey Kuhn, has it poked away, taken in by Matt Miller to save the possession for the Ledgers. Babler's got it now in the corner. He's guarded closely, kicks it over to Joey Kuhn, ends up with Ben Baker. He's open in the corner for 3, and 1! He got pushed by Pierce Caney, and it's an and 1 triple for Ben Baker. He's into double figures with 10, and a chance to make it 11 at the line. He landed, and Caney just kind of put his hand on his chest and shoved him over. Sure, Caney will say that was a box-out attempt, but...
Or Baker maybe embellishing in his opinion.
Sure.
But keep your hand off him. That's in
right.
general. Just keep your hand off him.
4-point play by Ben Baker. And just like that, it's Spring's largest lead of the night at 16 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. 45-29. Backdoor cut from Trevin Shea. And the pass is not there from Reese. Outlet up to Ben Baker. Baker skips it over to Kuhn in the corner. Out to Babler. Lucas Babler back to Kuhn. Joey Kuhn's going to slow it down. Now he's going to drive, and that one is poked away. Oh, and they're going to say it was last touched by Kuhn. And the official that really didn't have a view to it made that call.
Yeah, Kuhn's definitely does not
agree
with it. That's kind of why
that was for sure touched by Carter Gellings. The referee that should have made the call just turned around and walked the other way. So interesting. That was one of those where the closest official didn't actually have the best view of it. And I think sometimes officials get yelled at because they're not the closest one there. And, well, that's not always the parameters. There's a nice move by Cullen Reese. And I'll tell you what, Campbellsport here in the second half, Nick, has done a nice job getting underneath, getting these ledgers in the air. And now the foul's starting to stack up. That's number 6 on the team.
Yeah, and we still have 11-plus minutes, one more foul, and the Cougars will be in the bonus.
That's a dream when you're down this much, isn't it? You can score with the clock stopped.
Yeah, absolutely. And you get a little run going, get in single digits. This game can turn on its head real quickly.
Reese makes the free throw. He's now 2 for 3 from the line. He's got 4 points, all coming in the last minute or so. And the lead back down to 13. Here's Baker. Baker drives left side, kicks out Joey Kuhn. Top of the key, 3 on the way. This one misses. Rebound tapped out by Matt Miller. Run down by Ben Baker. He was out of bounds, and it'll be Campbellsport basketball. Thanks to Serauer Family Dental for being part of our high school sports coverage this year. Dr. Todd Serauer is proud to announce the addition of his son, Dr. Brady Serauer, to their new office on South Main Street. Come visit them and see how the Serauer family is making you smile generation after generation. Visit SerauerDental.com today. Noah Bob back onto the floor for the Cougars, and he's quickly on the dribble drive. Bounces down to Cullen Reese. Reese has had a nice couple of minutes. Keep it going, Cullen Reese. Knocks it down, and that's going to force a timeout for Coach Kyle Krieger. A 30-second timeout. We're going to take it with him. Back in 30 on Radio Plus.
For nearly 50 years, Pinot Buildings has created the highest quality post-frame buildings. Headquartered in Rosendale, Wisconsin, we proudly serve the Badger State and Illinois. We deliver unparalleled craftsmanship and quality with all the warmth and care you'd expect from a small-town family business. Whether you're planning a large commercial or agricultural project, a barn-dominium, or a smaller personal shop or structure, Pinot Buildings are built for you and designed to last. Connect with us to get started.
Back here out of the timeout, 11-point Ledger lead on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. There was no clipboard used by Coach Krieger there in that timeout. Nick, that was purely
challenging his team.
Yeah.
Just kind of clean up a little things here. They've kind of gotten a little sloppy with their possessions and then their defensive closeouts, especially with Cullen Reese starting to pick it up here in the second half for the Cougars.
There's a deflection that somewhat fortuitously ends up with Jack Judkins. Babler misses the 3, and the rebound is corralled by Quentin Capazzo.
Baker quickly heading to the table. That was a quick blow for him.
Yeah, about 15 seconds before the timeout and 30 seconds here after, and that's how you use a timeout there to make a minute-long rest in game time. Here's a 3 from Reese. That one hits the top of the backboard and stays in play. It's got to hit the back side of the backboard to be out of bounds. Here's Flash. Flash drives baseline, guarded by Babler. Kicks to Reese, top of the key. Here's Noah Bob. Big shot here, missed it. And the rebound down to Lucas Babler, who wants to run in transition. Babler bounces underneath Jack Judkins. That was an ill-advised pass, but it was last touched by Campbellsport and Trevin Shea. So Brody Stefani going to come back too. He's got 3 fouls, as you alluded to prior, Nick, and he's got to be careful out there. Because when he's been on the floor, I don't know what the huddle plus-minus stats are going to look like tomorrow for Coach Krieger, but I would venture to say Brody Stefani has got to have some numbers that look pretty good. Certainly has made an impact in his return from injury. Here's Jack Judkins. Top of the key, Matt Miller. Far side, Baker. Baker goes past Bob. Campbellsport just a couple of minutes in that 1-3-1 zone. It did maybe throw off some of the rhythm of Springs. Oh, how about that, Joey Kuhn? He had been in some sort of scoring drought there. after starting very hot, and then Reese falls over. Reese thought he was tripped by Jack Judkins. No whistle came. That was a massive three from Joey Kuhn on the left wing, back to a 14-point lead. Every time Campbellsport gets it close, just that arm's length extended by the Ledgers.
Yeah, and you kind of look at Ethan Elliott on the other side, kind of face buried in his hand. I don't know if it's no call or if it's more just lack of execution by his team in several spots tonight.
Reese nearly got his hand on that pass. Judkins able to corral it. We tick under 10 minutes. There is a miscommunication you don't see often between Ben Baker and Joey Kuhn. They are the two players on this team that have the most experience returning. Baker been starting ever since his sophomore year, and Joey Kuhn got some big minutes last year. Baker tapped his chest saying that was his fault. Here goes Cullen Reese. Nice bounce pass underneath to Capazzo, who snaps a pass over here to Gellings. Gets it to Shea. Shea wants a three. Missed it.
That was great ball movement by the Cougars. Unfortunately, shot didn't go down.
Here's Joey Kuhn. He wants another one. This one comes up short. Rebound skied for. Tapped up by Judkins. And Stefani is fouled by Shea. Stefani to the free throw line. He has yet to score here tonight, but his impact has certainly been felt.
And both teams will move into the bonus on the next foul.
First free throw for Stefani, no good. This final portion of the game brought to you by Fogel Family Dentistry. Dr. Dylan Fogel is now the new owner of Doyle Kelly Dental on Fond du Lac Avenue in Fond du Lac. Second free throw, no good as well. So Brody Stefani not able to pay off a trip to the free throw line. Here's a three from Gellings, missed it. And the rebound down to Ben Baker. Up ahead, Joey Kuhn. That's another turnover from Ben Baker. And
it's good to see Matt Miller pop up. He landed really hard on that rebound attempt on his backside. It was good to see him pop right up.
Very uncharacteristic couple of passes here from Ben Baker. Deacon Kozert, first action of the night for him. He's going to replace Capazzo. As Coach Elliott still finding some new faces to bring into the fold here in the final 8:30 and change. There's Gellings to the hoop. A lot of contact, no whistle. Outlet pass up ahead to Ben Baker. Baker on the left wing. That pass is deflected. 3 Ben Baker turnovers in about the last minute and a half or so of game time. Here's a 3 ball. This one misses. And Bob did his best to block out Joey Kuhn, but Kuhn just, that quickness just slithered around him, got the rebound.
I like what Baker did just right there. Slow it down. Let's get set into your offense. It was a lot of back and forth those last couple possessions. Really smart play by the senior.
Little sloppier with the ball are the Ledgers here in the second half.
Yeah, very much so.
A little more what we're used to seeing from them, as it were. Judkins skip past to Stefani down to the corner with Matt Miller. He's going to drive, take some contact, kick it out to Stefani. He banks it in, too. Second time the Ledgers have banked one in. Judkins did in the first half. Stefani did there. And Coach Elliott, sometimes it's just not your night. If those start to fall for a team, it's really difficult to win ball games. A lot of contact underneath. No whistle for Noah Bob, and then another turnover for the Ledgers as Kuhn.
Bob has kind of maybe gotten poked in the eyes. And he's calling holding his nose.
Well, he's going to stay out there, so there must not be any blood. Hang on now. Yeah. Spotted by the official.
I think they're going to take a peek to make sure there isn't. Yeah, they're going to make him come to the sideline.
Bob is frustrated. He doesn't think there is a bloody nose. The referee trumped that decision.
So we're one of those little styrofoam thingers that they give to wrestlers.
No kidding. 51-34. This is the largest lead of the night for Springs, 17 on that Quest Interiors scoreboard. Here's Trevin Shea working on Brody Stefani. Gets past him on the left side of the lane. Down the lane goes Gellings, and he'll go to the free throw line on a foul, I would assume, by Bentley Coots. Yeah, there's.
And it is.
The second foul for Coots, and the rest of the way, the Cougars will shoot free throws. This one was a shooting foul, so 2 coming for Carter Gellings. First one, no good.
Which that says something. He's an 83% free throw shooter.
You know, Gellings, 8 points tonight, could very well have a dozen or more with how we've seen him shoot the basketball. Just some unfriendly bounces here in enemy territory tonight. 7:03 to go in the ball game. That cuts it to a 16-point Ledger advantage. Brody Stefani far side. Screens for Jack Judkins. Back to Stefani. Baker curls around, and there is Calvin Steffes to save another Springs turnover there. Baker's got it now. Baker on the dribble drive to the middle of the paint. He gets hip checked by Trenton Schladweiler, and Ben Baker will head to the free throw line with a 1-and-1.
And Schladweiler was third. So now Caney and Schladweiler, Bob, all with 3 personals for the Cougars.
So that'll send Baker to the line, as we mentioned. High school sports today on RadioPlusInfo.com, presented by these 5 Fond du Lac area Edward Jones financial advisors. Matt Moses, Matt Helmer, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisted. Edward Jones making sense of investing. First free throw for Baker, up and good. You know, I often contend, Nick, there is no bigger momentum play in a close game than a front-end free throw. It just seems very deflating when you miss those. And when you make them, it just feels like that second one goes down so much more easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it takes away a little bit of the pressure. It's like, okay, because you want the second one. So you really try to maybe overthink the first free throw. And that's why we tend to see those missed more than the second one.
9 second-half points now for Ben Baker. And he's up to 13 on the night. Here's Trevin Shea, dribble drive, left side. Good ball movement, ends up with Gellings. Shot fake there, top of the key. Down to Shea in the corner. He's open for 3. This one misses. Rebound fought for and taken in by Ben Baker.
I really like the movement of the ball that Campbellsport get. Yeah, but they're just not knocking down the shots. And that was the thing we talked about in the game. Got to knock down shots.
Here's Jack Judkins at the hoop. Has it knocked away by Trevin Shea. Nearly got his own rebound, but then lost control of it. Into the front court. Here comes Reese. Shea on the left side. Dribble drive for Trevin Shea. Hands off to Gellings. Extra pass to the far side. And a miss at the rim from Kozert. And another Ben Baker turnover. Trying to get the ball up ahead to Jack Judkins. Backdoor cut here from Reese. Reese, no-look pass to Gellings. He's open for 3. This one misses short. All 3 threes we have seen, or 3 of the 4, I should say, that we've seen Cullen Reese miss here in the second half have all just been a fraction short, Nick. Just that extra little pump of the legs.
Yeah, and when you're kind of running around and trying to chase defenders, which Campbellsport's been doing most of the night, that does take it out. And now we got a whistle here away from the ball.
Foul by Trevin Shea.
And that's his third.
And it's bonus, so we'll see who Shea was. Shea was guarding Stefani. Yeah, Stefani's going to go to the free throw line.
So Caney, Schladweiler, Bob, and Shea, all with 3 personals for the Cougars.
He is shooting 1 shot.
And Stefani is a 38% free throw shooter on the year.
Maybe not a bad bonus foul for Campbellsport, but you got to get the rebound. They don't there. Here's Joey Kuhn, wants the corner 3, missed it. Rebound fought for, off of Shea and then off of Steffes. So Brody Stefani moves to 0 for 3 from the charity stripe tonight. And here comes Matt Miller. He's going to come in for Stefani. I don't think Campbellsport's playing the foul game, but if they are, you don't get too many of those off-the-ball fouls before they start becoming intentional. Here is Schladweiler. Gellings. By the way, I don't think that's what we had. Just let the record
Yeah, I don't think
state.
we're to that point yet.
Here is Kozert, and he pays it off this time. Missed one from about the same distance just a couple of moments ago, but pays this one off with his first points of the night. Here's a Steffes 3. This one comes up short. Miller with an offensive rebound. Matt Miller, good positioning underneath, and he finishes. Matt Miller, first points for him on the night.
Even Coots was open underneath the paint there. Campbellsport was late, and I thought a little slow in getting back on defense after the miss.
Here's Bob, far side with Trevin Shea. Shea dribble drive, middle of the paint. He's fouled, and we'll go to the charity stripe for 1-1. Bonus foul that time on Matt Miller.
That's his third personal.
Well, I think they just said 20. Oh, they got Steffes instead. Excuse me.
Okay. So disregard my previous statement, Your Honor.
He had two hands up when he signaled to the bench. I thought it was.
Well, looking at the Ledger's foul issues, we got Jan.
Oh, they're going to call a shooting foul here. Well, that is absolutely the.
Now they're saying
there
1-1.
you go. There, now they got it. They got it figured out now.
Yeah, so Jan with 3 and Stefani with 3 for Springs.
And important that they did get that is Shea misses that free throw. He's 3 for 5 on the night from the line. Here's Brenton Rodriguez and Noah Bob in the passing lane. The Ledgers have thrown a lot of those almost cross-court passes that they're just telegraphing, Nick. And this is part of the turnover problem we've seen all year from St. Mary's Springs.
Yeah, those are just very high-risk passes. And I think Baker's got a little blood timeout too, so looks like he's going to have to go to the bench. Or not.
The K-tape must have been popping off, I guess. The all-important K-tape.
That's right.
It works better when it's hot pink or lime green. I don't know.
It lacks personality when it's black.
They should all make it black, and then maybe not as many players would want to wear it. I think half the battle is showing off. Under 4 minutes to play now, and Joey Kuhn went down underneath. I think he stepped on someone's foot.
Yeah, it looks like he turned his ankle.
Hope he's okay. He's limping a little bit as he jogs back. Here's Schladweiler in the front court, and Schladweiler lost his balance after Brenton Rodriguez fell over.
That was a good no call. There was a lot of out control there. It was good no call on that play.
Kuhn to Baker. Baker, middle of the paint. Miller, good ball movement, ends up with Joey Kuhn. Joey Kuhn down the lane, has it poked away illegally, and Kuhn will go to the free throw line. We'll check. I would assume that would be on the floor. It didn't look like he was in the act of.
No, they are going to call for 2, but whatever foot injury Kuhn had there, it looked like he pretty good. He was pretty explosive when he got the ball and drove the baseline.
I would say so. Kuhn makes the first free throw. He's perfect from the line tonight, 3 for 3.
And that's Noah Bob's 4th personal foul. But at a 19-point game of 3 minutes ago, that may not loom as large as if we were at a closer game.
Second free throw for Kuhn rattles around and out. So 3 for 4 on the night for Kuhn from the charity stripe. He's up to 14 points. Here goes Trevin Shea, throws one up a little wildly, and the rebound brought down by Jan, and then Jan has it poked away by Trevin Shea. Shea gets fouled as he goes back up for it. He'll go to the free throw line.
Man, that was getting physical down there.
Yeah, Jan thought on the rebound there was some contact, but we've seen that all night. They've let him get after it on the board.
Yeah, they have definitely let these guys play tonight, and that's Will Jan's 4th.
And I always appreciate a good defensive rebounding battle. Shea misses the front end of this one as well. Coming up after the game, we'll have our Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. Don't go anywhere. We'll recap this thing, and then we'll send you off to the long weekend for many people.
Yeah, make sure you stay indoors.
Yeah, goodness. Don't even look outside.
Just turn on one of those YouTube videos that have the
crackling fire.
The crackling fire.
Yeah, there you go.
Warm up some hot cocoa.
Here's Will Jan, top of the key. Kuhn back to Jan. He's going to try to trigger up a 3 here. Rainbows up and no good. And the rebound taken down by Wolfgang Stoffel, but had to throw it right back to a Ledger. Here's Jan. Jan, the C's open up for him. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound and a foul after that. So after all of the scramble, Jan will go to the free throw line, and that should be team foul number 10 on Campbellsport. So it should be a pair of free throws coming up here for Jan. Confirmation of that. Dalton Thull with the foul. Jan is good from the charity stripe.
Number 2, Pierce King, back for Cougars.
Now these two teams will have something in common. They're both their next opponent is Cedar Grove, Belgium. Springs plays the Rockets on Saturday, and the Cougars will play them Tuesday.
A lot of teams playing non-conference with those Lakeshore schools. Those schools, as well as the Trailways. There's a lot of good out-of-conference semi-rivalries that go on between the Flyway and those couple of conferences. The Big East out there.
Yep. Line change here. Timeout by Coach Krieger just to get some of the backups in, some playing time in a 19-point game with 2:04 left. We're going to see a bunch of players we haven't seen all night. Zane Wilson among those. Micah Schneider, number 20. Sergio Rodriguez.
Micah Schneider has it poked away, and a steal by Pierce Caney. Back the other way and missing it is Levi Bentz, who's into the game for his first action as well. And tied up underneath. Good effort there from Sergio Rodriguez.
Campbellsports could probably walk away from this one thinking there's a lid on that hoop. There have been a number of times tonight where I thought they had really good looks at the basket. They just didn't go down.
Particularly in this second half.
Yeah, definitely here in the second half.
Couple of times there, Gellings hits those couple of threes. Springs teetering a little bit, starting to throw the ball away. You thought that maybe that 10-point lead was more likely to go to 4 than it was to 18, but here we are. Here's Zane Wilson, kicks it to Schneider. Down to the corner, and a 3-ball attempt from the left corner from Nick Woodrow misses short.
Student section would have been excited had that shot gone down.
Here's Bentz. Ball ends up with Caney, and Caney has it blocked by Zane Wilson. Less than a minute to play. Here's Rodriguez for 3. This one a little too strong. Offensive rebound for Schneider, and he gets his name in the scorebook.
That's how you get into the box score.
Like
a favorable way, as opposed to 0 for 2 from the free throw line.
There you go. Schneider, a sophomore on this team. Good take from Pierce Caney. He's up to 3 on the night. And the last 30 seconds of this ball game, we'll see if Springs pushes the gas here or if they're just content to pass this thing around and dribble it out. Woodrow thought about the triple. Here's Keeble. Back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez near side with Woodrow. Woodrow being hounded by a couple of Cougars, and we're going to get a whistle here with 12 seconds left. Seems necessary to send Woodrow to the free throw line.
His first 2 shots coming up for Woodrow.
First free throw attempts of the season for Woodrow.
First free throw, no good. Michael Keeble, he's ready to get that board. He's in there. He'd have collected that one for the officials if he needed it. Keeble's got the rebound here, missed it. Rodriguez underneath, and he traveled. Little anticlimactic there. Rodriguez had an opportunity and might have taken a stray pinky to the eye there, too.
So it looks like.
Coach Krieger asking him, can you give me 8.3 more seconds? And Rodriguez says, yes, sir.
As long as you can see out of the other eye, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. All right, last 8 seconds. Here comes Caney into the front court. A very nice win for the Ledgers to get back on track, and they'll get their 3rd conference win here tonight. 59-40, the final here from Hutter Gymnasium. The Ledgers back in the winning column here in conference play against the Cougars. Let's take a timeout. Coming up next, got our Fox Valley Savings Bank post-game show. Give you the scorers, our player of the game, some highlights, and more when we return on Radio Plus Video Sports.
Just like a great team, National Exchange Bank and Trust knows that success is built on strong relationships and trust. Since 1933, the bank has been locally owned and focused on serving the needs of our community so that our friends and neighbors can live the life they want. Let National Exchange Bank and Trust be your financial teammate for life. Because when it comes to your financial goals, we're here to help you stay ahead of the game. Visit nebat.com to learn more.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 68 North Main Street. Patrick Ellistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses, located at 201 South Marr Street. Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. And Matt Helmer, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
People have a reluctance to go see the dentist. It's an easy thing to put off or avoid altogether. But one visit to the caring professionals at Fondy Family Dental will change the way you think about the dentist. They provide quality family dental services to all ages in a happy, honest, and efficient manner that teaches and involves you on your custom plan. If you don't have insurance, ask about their new membership plan that can save you money. Call or schedule online today at fondyfamilydental.com.
Scotty's Auto Works for affordable auto care, from tires and alignments to routine auto maintenance. Trust the guys at Scotty's Auto Works, next to Pump and Pantry, Fond du Lac.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademan's, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
Love your home from the inside and out with new windows from Infinity from Marvin. Ultrex fiberglass is 8 times stronger than vinyl and virtually maintenance-free. Find out why more people are choosing fiberglass.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture, we're honored to be voted by you to be one of the best mattress stores in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the finest in style, comfort, and quality to the Waupun area.
We've teamed up with amazing brands like Ashley, Lazy Boy, Best Craft, Marshfield, Best Home Furnishings, Mega Motion to offer you the best selection around.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Make your home a place you truly love with Verhaeg's Furniture Mart.
For over 100 years, the name Cole is synonymous with quality fuels, lubricants, and propane. That's because Cole is the area's trusted source for farm, construction, and trucking companies, as they partner with these companies to help them achieve their unique goals. The team at Cole Oil and Propane is dedicated to serving you. They pride themselves on a customer-first approach and work hard to make sure you're satisfied. You can rely on Cole for prompt delivery, competitive prices, and quality service. Learn more at ColeOilAndPropane.com.
Anders Auto Parts, your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline auto paint, along with PPG Versalon commercial paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
Welcome back here to Hutter Gymnasium one last time. Fox Valley Savings Bank post-game show. Looking for a loan with no hassle? They can help. Local bank, local lenders, your community, your local community bank, Fox Valley Savings Bank. Nick, as we, I'll throw it to you for the final statistics here tonight. The Ledgers win by 19. Final score 59-40 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. By the way, in terms of scoreboard watching, WLA and Laconia tied up at 62 with 31 seconds left over at the pit, just a few miles west of where we are right now. And after we're done with this one, I would encourage you to hop over to the Radio Plus stream covering that game, and as they finish out that conference contest between number 3 and number 4 in the Flyway Conference. This was between a couple of teams tied for 5th. Springs wins it by 19. Give us the final stats, Nick, and then I'll let you nominate your Marion University player of the game right after that.
Carter Gellings, the junior for Campbellsport, led the way for the Cougars with 9 points. Then Trenton Sladweiler, Cullen Reese each with 6 points. Trevin Shea with 7 points. Noah Bob with 4. Notable because he averages nearly 15 a game, so really good job by Springs to minimize his damage here tonight. Then Pierce Caney with 3, Quentin Capozzo with 3, and then Deacon Kozert with 2. Leading the way for all scorers came from the St. Mary Springs Joey Kuhn, 14 points, 10 of which came in the first half. Jack Judkins with 13 points, as well as Ben Baker with 9 of those coming here in the second half. Will Young with 9 points, including 8 in that first half. Then Bentley Coots with 3 points. Brody Stefani with 3 points. Micah Schneider with 2, and Matt Miller with 2 points per game, or tonight. And your Marion University player of the game with 10 first half points and 14 for the game to lead all scorers. Junior Joey Kuhn for the St. Mary's Springs Ledgers made 3 3-pointers here tonight, was 3 of 4 from the charity stripe as well. So there is your Marion University player of the game, Joey Kuhn, St. Mary Springs.
Log on to marionuniversity.edu to get started today. And, Kuhn's aggressiveness early on really got his night started. BCI Burke presents our play of the game. Log on to burkecareers.com. That's BURKE careers.com for play that moves you. I'm going to nominate the 4-point play from Ben Baker. That was right in the midst of Gellings hitting those 2 3 balls. Spring starting to turn the ball over. He hits the 3, gets fouled, makes the free throw. That took a 10-point lead, got it back out to 14, and Springs never really looked back.
Well, they say great minds think alike. That was exactly what I was thinking. And I thought, too, at that point in the game, it was still teetering one way or the other. I mean, it still kind of felt that some of the momentum was starting to shift one way. That was a big 3-ball by Ben Baker. Then not only get to the shot to the free throw line, but then actually make the free throw. Made it into a 14-point game, and it really did get close after that. So I would agree. That's a great choice for the BCI Burke play of the game.
So there you go. Log on once again to burkecareers.com. That's BURKE careers.com. AirTech presents our next game broadcast. No matter which type of heating system you have in your home, hope it's a good one this weekend. The knowledgeable technicians at AirTech Heating can perform a timely repair if things go wrong. Heaven forbid that happen to anyone this weekend. Go to radioplusinfo.com for the complete schedule, or my favorite option, go over to YouTube, hit subscribe, and you will never miss a thing. Now, there's a number of things scheduled for tomorrow. I would imagine none of them happen. I can tell you the Flyway, because that's the conference that I follow. The Flyway has already postponed everything for tomorrow, so you don't have to worry about any of that. On Saturday, McFarland at Fondy Boys Hockey. I don't know if the guys over at Jeff's Live Streams will shift their Mayville-Lamira coverage to Saturday. I would imagine they will. That is a massive conference contest between number 2 and number 1 in the league. I would imagine they will probably cover that, but I don't want to speak for them. So, again, if you hit subscribe, you'll get a nice notification on Saturday night when that game goes live, and you can check that out. And then next week, we got tons of games happening once again. Nick, pleasure doing this with you tonight, and a big bounce-back win for the Ledgers here tonight, huh?
Yeah, coming in, having starting the season 2-2, they've gone 1-8 since. This is a good chance to rebound and really try to get that flow back into their offense after winning 21 games last year, losing 9 seniors. It's been in a rough spot, and I think they did a lot of positive things tonight, but certainly a lot of things you can certainly clean up with some of the sloppy passing as well. But in general, you want to get the win, and that's what they got here tonight, so that's where you build off of.
So the 19-point win for Springs moves them in the Flyway Conference up to 3-4. Campbellsport drops to 2-5. No score yet coming in from Omro and North Fond du Lac. Omro's 2-4. North Fondy's 0-6. And it just finished in regulation over there at the pit. You got overtime, free basketball. Flip over to that stream right here on Radio Plus between Winnebago Lutheran and Laconia. They're headed to overtime, tied at 62. Free basketball for you on this Thursday night. Jordan King saying so long from the beautiful Hutter Gymnasium here at St. Mary's Springs. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Thanks to the great crew, including Colby punching the buttons for us. Thank you to Nick. Thanks to all our sponsors up and down the line, and thanks to you for tuning in this evening. Jordan King saying so long. Stay warm. warm this weekend, everybody. Springs wins it 59-40.
Hi, I'm Aaron Sadoff. Blessed be the president of Marian University right here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. If you are beginning your college adventure or looking to transfer, Marian University could be the perfect fit for you. Our beautiful campus, our amazing faculty and staff, our Division III athletics, and our amazing mission are waiting for you. Come visit Marian University. Not only will you get a great education, but we will help you become the best for the world. Good luck and go Sabres!
At our store, it's about the people, and it's about the experience you have from the minute you walk through our doors. It's about serving you and listening to what you came in for. It's having real conversations with people in our community, and it's giving back. It's being a one-stop shop for all your electronic, appliance, and home furniture needs. Since 1922, we've been sharing our knowledge and providing pieces that make your life just a little bit better. Silica for your home.
Camera Casino, do you copy?
Yep, loud and clear.
I'm reporting a successful mission from our new location. This new technology is out of this world. Canon, Nikon, Sony, the best images yet. Look at all these new tripods and bags, the best selection south of the sun.
Great. When can we expect the shipment?
In about a week, as long as I don't get stranded.
For stellar products and service, visit Camera Casino at our downtown Oshkosh location.
Walk right in. That's the laid-back feeling you have when you work with the Roush Insurance Agency in Fond du Lac. Their agents are dedicated to putting your mind at ease when you make your insurance decisions. They live, work, and play here and will make sure that they are there at the time of need for their clients and families. Visit RoushINS.com for more information or walk right in. 770 South Main Street in Fond du Lac. The Roush Insurance Agency, your hometown insurance team for over 30 years.
Thanks to our Radio Plus video sports sponsors.
Edward Jones, Integrity Saw and Tool, Bauer Chiropractic, Bondi Family Dental,
Sargento Cheese, Lens Truck Center, Right Way Home Improvement, Taco Bell,
Addison Jones Real Estate, Holiday Automotive, Quest Interiors, Wisconsin Lighting Lab,
BCI Burke, Marian University, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Musa Sheet Metal,
Coal, Oil and Propane, Dufresne Moving and Storage, Marco Tax Service, Winnebago Lutheran Academy,
Bob's Pizza, AirTech, Silica for your home, The Wellness Way,
Fond du Lac Credit Union, Roush Insurance, Scotty's Auto Works, St. Mary Springs Academy,
Bristol Morgan Bank, New Medical Center, Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, Hopper's Silk Screen and Embroidery,
Smith Builders, National Exchange Bank and Trust, Brad Tagliapietra, American Family Insurance Agent, Everson Law Office,
Michaels Corporation, Aurora Healthcare, Vogel Family Dentistry, Anders Auto Parts, Schaefer Auto, Keller Buildings,
Sir Rauer Family Dental,